Hi and welcome back. Today we've got the third match in our quarter final. Thank you very much for all the likes you gave us for our last battle, which was really exciting. One of the most exciting ones till now, and the only one with a seventh round being played extra time. I'm looking forward to this battle as well. Okay, let's take a look at the armies.
Okay, guys, welcome to the army presentation for today's battle, the forces of Nurgle versus the Orks. And the armor list of the Chaos Space Marines comprises 998 points in total, and the small battalion is led by a Terminator Lord in, as mentioned, in Terminator armor, which has a conversion field, a plague sword, and Nurgle's Rod. He's joined in by 3 Chaos Space Marine Terminators, which all bear the mark of Nurgle and field twin bolt guns. Furthermore, we have a squad of 6 Plague Marines, which do have their plague knives, obviously, and bolt guns and field blight grenades. The heavy support this time comes from a Chaos Marine Land Raider, which is heavily infested and mutated by Nurgle as seen on the video. In the warp there are 4 Plague Bearers, which will be summoned by collecting summoning points. In the case of Nurgle, you gain 1 summoning point per wound inflicted by shooting or hand-to-hand combat. So as there are a lot of targets today, I hope I will manage to summon the 4 Plague Bearers. The strategy card I gained was Forced March, so I have to decide if I play this card or not. You will see it after we have deployed our forces. Okay, now Markus will present you his 1000 points of Orks.
Okay, and here are my 1000 points of Orks. I've got a war boss in mega armor with a displacer field, bolt pistol, sword, and power fist. Next to him is a Blood Axe Commando captain, another strong character. I've got a Gretchen standard. I've got Runted, Pain Boy with the scissors, and of course my mechanic. I've got a squad of Blood Axe Commandos, and for infantry I've got 20 Gretchens.
Oh my god.
I've got 7 Bait Moons, one of them with a special weapon. I got a small vehicle squadron consisting of a war bike with twin-linked autocannon. This one is great. And a war buggy with a heavy plasma gun. I've got 3 death skulls with custom combi weapons and 3 death skulls with heavy bolters. And I've got a dreadnought with heavy bolter, missile launcher, less cannon, and a claw. And that's it for my little army.
Okay, guys, both forces have been deployed up to now, and I used my strategy card Forced March to put the Plague Marines and the Plague Terminators, including the Army Commander, up to 18" in front of the battlefield because they're relatively slow. So I hope that I can gain a little bit a foothold in the middle of in the center of the table, so I can swap the position when the portal appears. The Land Raider I've positioned relatively in the middle of my deployment zone, so he can travel forward and then do whatever is necessary. As mentioned before, the demons are still in the warp, and hopefully they will arrive by the end of the battle.
Okay. I haven't played my strategy card yet, which is Crackshot.
Oh my god.
Beginning at the right side of my edge of the table, there are 3 death skulls with heavy bolters. Right next to them, I've got the vehicle squadron with the war bike and the war buggy. Right in the middle, I've got the dreadnought, the mechanic, the Runted, the Gretchen squad, the Gretchen standard bearer, as well as my army commander. And next to them, the pain boy. And on this hill, here we've got the 3 death skulls with custom combi weapons and the Bad Moon squad. They are ready to dart forwards in order to nearly reach this webway portal by the end of turn 1 maybe. And I've got 2 units, or a character and a unit, which infiltrated at places unknown to Alex. Okay, let's roll to see who goes first, because both of them both of them have got 3 to deploy.
Yeah.
But now I've got double my strategy rating of 3
And
for the
I've got
ferocious.
5, so I've got a 4.
4, and me,
One.
I've got
Okay.
a 1. So you go
The
first.
forces of Nurgle commence the battle.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the first round of the Nurgle Chaos Space Marines. My Terminator squad, including the army commander, ran into the forest. So they are protected from shooting and are now in a good position to cover all angles on the battlefield. My Land Raider accelerated to combat speed and is now able to unleash his firepower onto the Gretchen horde in front of him. Whereas my Plague Marines, they went simply on Overwatch because I'm not sure, maybe the Ork Commandos or the Ork Commando captain have positioned itself behind the hill, maybe, I don't know. So they are able to shoot if something unexpected happens. Okay guys, on to the shooting. The Land Raider has a twin Lascan in the side sponsons and a twin heavy bolter in the hull. So I'm gonna try to hit the Gretchens with the first Lascan.
Yep, it hit.
It hits, so that are
two shots, because it's
2 shots, yeah.
Strength toughness 2+.
It's on the same Gretchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be a kind of overkill for him.
So 2+ the wound. Okay, 1 Gretchen down.
That's an experience a follower of Slanesh would have enjoyed very much.
Okay, the second Lascan doesn't hit, and the twin heavy bolter doesn't hit as well.
But
so
it's lucky for you, because otherwise, by rolling 4 sustained fire dice,
the probability of a jam would be quite high. Okay, yes, that was the first round of the Nurgle Space Marines. There's no hand-to-hand combat, nor do any side have a Psyker today. So we go on to the first round of the Orks.
Okay, that's the end of the movement phase of my first turn. My Vector Squadron went on combat speed, whereas they went on Overwatch. My Gretchen mob ran together with the Runted, the Army Commander, the Pain Boy, and the Gretchen Standard Bearer. My Dreadnought remained in order to be able to shoot all of his heavy weapons at the Land Raider. Panic remained there. The Death Skulls with the custom combi shooters also went on Overwatch, and they ran to get a little closer towards the middle of the table, just in case we roll this one over there for the next webway portal. But I think most of our troops will be dead by then, because today we are really close to each other, and I think if a close combat happens, it'll be really bloody. Okay, let's do some shooting. The first weapon will be... I think we can ignore the heavy bolter for sure, because he wouldn't penetrate even the tracks. The first weapon will be the less cannon. Okay, we've got ballistic skill 4 with no targeter, so it's a 3+ for the less cannon. Yep.
Okay, the
I
hit location.
may say that I'll use crack shot. You may play this card during your own shooting phase when you hit an enemy vehicle, but before the armor penetration roll is made. The gunner succeeds in locating a weak point in the vehicle's armor, so its armor value is halved, rounding up for that shot only. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Because maybe he dies the next turn, and then it would have been futile. So let's see where I hit with my less cannon.
First location.
2.
It's the tracks.
Oh, I'm lucky. Now it's
So you only the armor value is 17. So you need 8.5.
Okay.
It's rounded up to 9.
I've got 3d6
3d6 plus 9, so you don't have to roll the dice at all.
That's great.
Okay, you penetrated the armor, but my Land Raider has ablative armor, which is spent by now.
Okay.
Oh my god, the first round already.
So on the go, I'll use the missile launcher onto the Land Raider on a roll of 3+. Yep. Let's see where I hit. 5. Oh,
it's the hull.
Yeah.
So it's D10 plus D6 plus 8.
Yeah. The same as last time. Nothing will ever pierce after that. Oh, so we've got 10, 18, 22. Yeah. From the front.
I have 22 in the front.
Okay, so you're lucky. Yeah.
But the way we played, as mentioned,
at least for
always
this tournament,
for this tournament,
we don't deduct.
We say you have to exceed the armor value, so it's saved just.
And it's no sense using the heavy bolter.
No.
So that's it for the for my first round. And
there's no hand-to-hand combat, no psychic phase.
We'll be back with the end of your movement phase.
Okay guys, the end of the movement phase of the second turn of the Death Guard. My Terminator, including the Terminator Lord, remained stationary and went on overwatch just in case the Gretchens dare to enter the forest. My Land Raider went on slow speed and moved slightly, maybe 1 inch to the right side, so he can shoot with his Lescan onto the wild Dreadnought, and the Heavy Bolter and other Lescan can shoot at the Gretchens. My remaining 6 Plague Marines remained stationary as well and stayed on overwatch. Okay, so we go on to the shooting phase. Okay, the right Sponson Lescan tries to hit the Dreadnought. On a 3+, no. Then the Heavy Bolter tries to hit the Gretchens.
Yep.
Yes.
4 sustained fire dice.
In total.
So got a gem and 1 plus.
Can I re-roll it?
Another. I'm not sure.
It's
for Dreadnought mounted.
Okay, so 1.
But you've got 2 dice left. So you've got 2 gems and 3
Oh my god, that's not good. Okay.
3
2
times
gems.
toughness 2+.
So 2 Gretchens
2 are
dead.
And a double gem.
A double gem marker for the Heavy Bolter. Okay, then the Twin Lescan. Yeah, it hits. Okay. So it's probably the overkill. Okay, 1 more Gretchen down.
Horrible death.
So I've managed to kill a total of 4 Gretchens so far. But nevertheless, that means 4 summoning points for the forces of Nurgle in case I would try to summon the demons. Thank you, Marcus, very much for the 2 gem markers.
You're welcome.
So we don't forget that he can't shoot the next and the further next round. Yes, well, that's the end of my turn. And now I think the Ork Dreadnought and the bikes are closing in, and hopefully my Land Raider will remain alive the next turn.
Okay, that's the end of my second movement phase, or rather the movement phase of my second turn. The Wagler Squadron remained on combat speed. I'll try and shoot at the Land Raider. My Dreadnought remained where he was for the same reason. And both squads of Death Skulls remained on Overwatch, whereas they went about 4 inches to close the gap towards the middle of the table. There's only one turn left before the next webway portal will appear, and they ran another time, and they are really close to the middle of the table. Okay, let's do some shooting.
Okay, where do you want to start?
With our Warbike.
Okay.
The Warbike will hit on a roll of, I think it's 3+.
Don't have.
No, let's roll. If it's not, yeah.
Okay.
Case of a 5. So
then where do you hit?
2 dice.
Which location?
Or let's do the dice first. How many
It
dice
doesn't
and then
matter.
where they hit?
No, I would roll to where you hit first.
Okay, so all of the hits go in the same location. 1.
That's a track.
Mm-hmm.
So how many hits?
2 in the jam.
Oh, they have a twin-linked autocannon.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for such a small vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 hits with the autocannon.
Yeah.
I think it's 2d6 plus 8.
Okay, the first one. 6,
17.
9, 17.
No.
Okay.
You have to exceed it. Have an armor value of 17.
No, it's not enough. So this.
Lucky me.
The second one, and now as you don't have ablative armor any longer, I'll use maximum energy.
Have a plasma
gun.
Okay. Okay, 2 hits first.
6,
yes.
It hit. And it's a blastmarker weapon.
So you have to roll the location, and nearby locations maybe hit on a 4+.
No, it's a 1.5 inch blastmarker.
Yeah.
So we've got
the tracks.
The tracks, and on a 4+
the
hull and sponson.
Yeah.
Let's do a sponson.
Oh no, there's no sponson location. There's only hull.
Okay.
You hit the track for sure, and on a 4+ roll the hull as well. No. Okay, so track.
Okay. And so now maximum energy. I've got D10 plus D6 plus 10. So let's hope for a lucky D10 roll.
What is it? D10
plus D6 plus 10.
That should be
that's
enough.
not much. That's 17.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm really lucky.
Yeah.
But you have to place a recharge marker nearby.
Yeah. So, and on we go with the Dreadnought.
That was quite lucky for me because it almost managed to penetrate the armor. But now the Dreadnought with his lascan and missile launcher.
Okay, ballistic skill 4, so I hit on a 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the lascan first. Yep,
yes.
It hit.
Okay, where? It's the
4.
hull. 3d6 plus 9.
That's not much. It's
12 plus 9. 21 no.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
And the missile launcher.
2 hit.
Yep.
Yes. Where? 1. Track. It's again D10 plus 8 plus D6. So that's 9 plus 8 is 17 again.
Okay.
Okay, that was quite nice.
And
I think that was the shooting phase.
Okay, that's the end of my turn 2.
Okay guys, the third round of the Death Guard. All my troops remain stationary and on Overwatch except the Land Raider, which traveled 1 inch back. And now he's shooting with his twin-linked Leskens on the sponson, the right one onto the Ork Dreadnought and the left one onto the approaching bikes. Okay, the first shot goes onto the Dreadnought, which will hit on a 3+.
Yep.
Oh, this time, first time I hit, I think. Okay, and it's the location number 3.
3. So it's the right arm.
So 3d6 plus 9.
Yeah. So the first has pierced
it's 20.
armor. Yeah.
Do we have ablative armor?
All you need, yeah. I do so. All you need is 17.
Okay, so the ablative armor is spent.
Yeah.
And my heavy bolter has 2 gems, so I remove 1 gem marker in this round. And the left sponson will shoot onto the bikes, which have traveled more than 10 inch, so I got a -1. So it's only on a 4+, I will hit the bike, which I do nevertheless. So where do I hit? It's a 4.
Number 4, it's the bike, and I'm sure you
can 2 times the bike.
Or 11 with
3d6 plus 9.
3d6,
yeah, I don't have to roll.
You can just
so
roll
2 hits.
What's
it? A twin-linked Lescan. So it's 1 and 4, maybe just read
1,
4.
The Warbike's twin autocannon are destroyed and may no longer be used, so I can... The Warbike's front wheel is blown off and it flips over with 4, killing the rider. The wreck comes crashing to the ground d6 inch away in a random direction. Any ballad on that Warbike when it lands takes the...
Oh, maybe
strength.
it
If
flips
doesn't go
over.
in this direction, we can remove it.
Okay, 2 inch. And the driver is killed, so it's removed.
Now you can be relieved.
Yeah, that's...
Although it wasn't a kind of tank killer with its autocannon.
No. Okay, but I've gained another summoning point.
So
I've got 5 in total. Okay, and that was my 3rd turn.
Okay, the only unit, the remaining half of my Wagwell squadron, remained on combat speed and went into cover behind the ruins. This one is the only model not having moved or not on Overwatch, because they went on Overwatch as well. And the Dreadnought is trying to kill your Land Raider once more.
Oh no.
Okay, let's start with my Lescannon. Doesn't it? You're lucky. And my missile launcher. No.
Doesn't it as well? Very good.
Okay. And as it's no blast marker, there's nothing to scatter.
Okay, I think now the portal.
3rd turn.
The portal will appear on the battlefield. As ever, 1. The 2nd position. 3rd and 4.
3.
Oh, that's nice.
Over there.
This time in my half.
So
I think the last 2 quarterfinals it was on the minor
I'm well prepared.
Okay, then we'll be back at the end of the 4th round of the Death Guard. Okay, end of the movement phase of the 4th round of the Nurgle Marines. My Terminators, including the army commander, have dispatched from the forest and traveled towards the mission objective. The remaining Plague Marines remain stationary in Overwatch to cover the advance to the mission objective. My tank remained on slow speed and traveled a few inches to the back. And now he will shoot his 2 Leskens onto the closest enemy squad, that is the Gretchen mob. So 2 times to hit. Okay, 1 hit. So 1 Gretchen will be dead on a 2+. Yeah. My twin-linked heavy bolter is still jammed, so I removed the marker so he can shoot the next turn if he survives the next turn. Yeah, that was my movement, and we'll back at the end of the 4th round of the Orc player.
Okay, that's the end of my 4th movement phase. My Blood Axe commandos, which had hit over there in the ruined building, decided to take part in the game and charged towards the enemy's Terminators. My war buggy remained on combat speed in order to be able, after having recharged, to shoot, maybe this time lucky, the Land Raider once more. All of them used their full 8 inches in order to at least
Close the distance to the portal.
see the battle portal once before dying. My Dreadnought advanced 8 or 12 inches, not being able to shoot. They ran, and they also ran. Maybe they'll be able to shoot in round 6. And he emerged from cover, moving 4 inches in order to use his melter gun. I think the melter gun would be great, but I think the Land Raider is out of range, so I'll try and do a sure shot at one of them.
Okay, but first of all, the 6 Plague Marines fire the Overwatch onto the Orc commando captain. Oh. Maybe -1 emerging from cover?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 hits.
What are you shooting with?
A bolters.
Bolt guns. Okay. So you've got a ballistic skill of
4.
4+, and the emission from cover is 5+.
No, ballistic skill of 4.
Okay.
Space Marines.
Yeah.
So strength 4 versus toughness 5.
Toughness 5. Yeah.
Okay, it's 5+ to wound. So 1. 1 wound.
And
with
I've got heavy armor.
-1
Yeah.
save modifier.
So it should be on a 5+.
Okay.
No,
Oh.
he's got 1 wound.
Okay.
And here we are.
Okay, I removed the Overwatch marker from the Plague Marines, and now it's your
I'm going to move
shooting phase.
I've got melter gun, melter bombs, and frag. So I'll use the melter gun
on the first one to hit.
I've got a ballistic skill of 5.
So 2+ to hit.
Okay,
No.
that's really unlucky.
That's lucky for me. And I think your Wartrike can shoot his heavy plasma gun once again.
Let's roll to hit
maximum
first,
or low
maximum.
energy? Maximum energy. Okay.
So I've got the track, and you've only got
the
2
hull
locations.
Yeah. No, the track, hull, less cannon.
Okay, so let's do less cannon.
No, I think it's track and hull on a 4+.
Okay. So the tracks are for sure.
The tracks for sure.
And hull on
and
a 4+.
the hull on a 4+, yeah.
No.
Okay, then the tracks. That was, I think, a D10 +10 plus D6.
D10, D6 plus 10.
I think that will be. Oh, yeah, that's enough.
Now I've got 20.
So we are through at the tracks. The ablative armor is already spent. Oh, 6. That is awful, because now I think it's too much for the Land Raider.
I hope so, and I hope he crashes into the
Okay. A track is blown off, and the resulting damage smashes the vehicle's drive shaft, causing it to flip over. The frag comes to rest D6 inch away in a random direction. Okay, can you roll? D6 in a random direction, please.
Yeah. I need a scatter marker first. Scatter dice. There's one. Okay. 4.
So it's it lands there. We can remove it.
No, are you sure? Okay.
And
let's do so.
Roll a D6 for each model on board. They are killed in the crash on a D6 roll of 4, 5, or 6. Surviving models may dismount using normal rules.
So how many?
So I've got in total 3 crew members. So 1 survives. Yeah, he emerges from the wreck of the Land Raider and takes part in the battle. Okay, guys, that was the end of the 4th round of the Orks, and we'll be back at the end of the 5th round of the Death Guard.
Here's Hornman for you.
Okay, very good. Okay, guys, that's the end of the 5th round of the Death Guard. After the horrible loss of the Land Raider, the remaining guys of the Death Guard ran towards the critical mission objective. The Terminator ran with their army commander. The remaining crew member of the Land Raider secured the mission objective for now, whereas the 6 Plague Marines...
And the crew member, show it to the camera. Hermann the Horn.
Yeah. Okay, and the remaining 6 Plague Marines only moved 4 inch in order to shoot at the commando captain. Okay, they will hit on a 3+ with their bolters. So that's a total of 4 hits. As before, that's strength 4 versus toughness 5 is 5+ to wound, so 2 wounds.
-1 is I need 2 5s. Oh, this time he's dead. Yeah. 4 and 6, and I think he's only got 2 wounds. Yeah, this guy.
Okay. So I have 8 summoning points in total.
Yeah.
That means my 4 Plague Bearers can be summoned in the psychic phase. And I will think about it if I will call them in now or maybe in the next psychic phase of Marcus' turn. You will see it later on.
Okay, that's the end of my 5th movement phase. Doesn't look well. All of them did some intense running, but charging cries. I hope that some of them remain alive and can shoot at least in round 6.
Yeah, because you've got the last turn.
Time. Yeah. The only one who only moved 6 inches was the Dreadnought, and I think this time he'll be able to shoot the Lescan, the missile launcher, and the heavy bolter, and
onto the Terminators.
Onto them. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do the heavy bolter first. 6. 2 sustained fire dice. 3, only 3 hits.
Rates in total.
Let's say 3 on the first one.
Okay.
Strength 5 versus toughness 5.
5 is
4+.
Because they have the mark of Nurgle, so they have a toughness 5.
One of them, and you've got a 5+ Terminator armor save and suffer D3 or D4 wounds.
Yeah, saved.
Okay. So on we go with the Lescanon.
Okay.
Onto the first one. Yep. Strength toughness. Yep. -6 this time. No, he's dead. And the missile launcher to hit. No.
Okay.
You're lucky. And it's time for a break test, but the army commander will provide you with a 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Ooh!
10.
10?
Yeah,
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
So that's it for shooting.
Yeah, there's no close combat.
Yeah.
And in this psychic phase, I will summon my 4 Plague Bearers.
Yeah.
I will place them
within 2 inches of the
the model with the mark of Nurgle, and we'll back at the last round of the Death Guard.
Okay, that's the end of my 5th movement phase. Doesn't look well. All of them did some intense running, but charging cries. I hope that some of them remain alive and can shoot at least in round 6.
Yeah, because you've got the last turn.
Time. Yeah. The only one who only moved 6 inches was the Dreadnought, and I think this time he'll be able to shoot the Lescan, the missile launcher, and the heavy bolter, and
onto the Terminators.
Onto them. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do the heavy bolter first. 6. 2 sustained fire dice. 3, only 3 hits.
Rates in total.
Let's say 3 on the first one.
Okay.
Strength 5 versus toughness 5.
5 is
4+.
Because they have the mark of Nurgle, so they have a toughness 5.
One of them, and you've got a 5+ Terminator armor save and suffer D3 or D4 wounds.
Yeah, saved.
Okay. So on we go with the less cannon.
Okay.
Onto the first one. Yep. Strength toughness. Yep. -6 this time. No, he's dead. And the missile launcher to hit. No.
Okay.
You're lucky. And it's time for a break test, but the army commander will provide you with a 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Ooh!
10.
10?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure. Okay.
So that's it for shooting.
Yeah, there's no close combat.
Yeah.
And in this psychic phase, I will summon my 4 plague bearers.
Yeah.
I will place them
Within 2 inches of the...
beside the model with the mark of Nurgle and will back at the last round of the Death God.
Okay, that's the end of my 5th movement phase. Doesn't look well. All of them did some intense running, but charging cries. I hope that some of them remain alive and can shoot at least in round 6.
Yeah, because
so
you've got the last
extra
turn.
time.
Yeah.
The only one who only moved 6 inches was the Dreadnought. And I think this time he'll be able to shoot the Lescan, the missile launcher, and the heavy bolter. And
Onto the Terminators.
Onto them. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do the heavy bolter first. 6. 2 sustained fire dice. 3, only 3 hits.
Rates in total.
Let's say 3 on the first one.
Okay.
Strength 5 versus toughness 5.
5 is 4
4
plus.
plus.
Because they have the mark of Nurgle, so they have a toughness 5.
One of them, and you've got a 5 plus Terminator armor save and suffer D3 or D4 wounds.
Yeah, saved.
Okay. So on we go with the less cannon.
Okay.
Onto the first one. Yep. Strength toughness. Yep. -6 this time. No, he's dead. And the missile launcher to hit. No.
Okay.
You're lucky. And it's time for a break test, but the army commander will provide you with a 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Ooh!
10.
10?
Yeah,
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
So that's it for shooting.
Yeah, there's no close combat.
Yeah.
And in this psychic phase, I will summon my 4 plague bearers. I will place them
within 2 inches of the
beside the model with the mark of Nurgle and will back at the last round of the Death God. Okay, guys, the tension is rising. Last turn of the Death God. Except it will be again extra time as last time. So what have I done? My 2 remaining Terminators ran towards the gaps to close the gap so that Warthog can't pass here in order to reach the mission objective. My army commander ran towards the mission objective so he can't shoot as well. In the psychic phase, I summoned my 4 plague bearers with my 8 summoning points, and they charged into the Death Skulls or Bad Moons, in order to block the advance of the Ork mob. The remaining Plague Marine squad positioned themselves around the mission objective, and they are trying to throw blight grenades. The 2 guys which facing in this direction here, and the other guys which face towards the hill try to blight the advance of the Gretchens. Okay, that is the shooting phase. So I will roll individually for each grenade. So the first one will hit on a 3 plus. No, it will
scatter.
Scatters
half.
So 4 inch back. So it will land here. Then the next grenade scatters as well. So in this direction. Then this grenade. No. It will scatter 2 inch in this direction.
I think it's 1 inch.
It doesn't matter. and the 4 grenades here. So the first one, yeah, it hits. I think all models within 2 inch are affected. So it's the Gretchen and maybe the dog.
Yeah, if it's got scissors,
So I have to roll for the strength individually, and on a 1 the blight disappears. So for the Gretchen, the strength of the grenade will be 3. So it has a toughness of
3.
So it's 4 plus to wound. Yeah, it's wounded.
Stayed.
And for the dog, the strength is... Oh, it's 1, so the grenade disappears. Okay, then the third grenade will hit on a roll of a 3 plus. Yeah, it hits. And a 2 inch template, so maybe 1 Gretchen and those maybe on a roll of 4 plus.
So here
so
the 4 plus.
The strength for this one first, it's again 3, so it will wound on a 4 plus. No. Then, oh no, all the grenades have dropped. Okay, on a roll of 4 plus, yes. Strength 3, again wounding on a 4 plus, no. And for the duck, the strength will be nothing because it was a 1, so the grenade disappears. So 2 more grenades left. This one to hit, no. Will scatter.
It's 5
inch this direction, and the last grenade, yeah, it hits. So maybe this one and maybe this one on a 4 plus. Yes, okay, both are in. So the strength for the first will be 1, it disappears. So well, they weren't so successful, the blood grenades, to be honest. I think 1 Gretchen was killed and the remaining grenades scattered or failed to wound. So maybe it would be better to shoot with the bolt guns. But maybe it's a fault which I will regret at the end of the 6th round when the Gretchens will shoot.
But you've got toughness 5 and my weapons have got toughness strength 3.
Okay, now on to the first hand-to-hand combat in this battle. The Plague Bearers charge the Bad Moons. And they have 2 attacks. They wield Plague Swords. And you have to deduct -1 of your hand-to-hand combat result because of the Cloud of Flies. And they cause fear, so maybe you can perform first of all a fear test.
7 is okay.
It's passed? Okay. Then the first close combat.
Can you parry?
Yeah, with the Plague Sword.
Okay.
Can you parry as well?
No, I can't. I've got bow pistols and axes.
And please roll the 6 again. Okay. So I've got 10. And you've got -1?
5.
-1?
No, then it's only 4.
4? Okay. Then I have 6 hits. And I have a strength of 4, but I think if I roll a 6 for the Plague Sword, it kills outright.
No, we'll have to look it up. Just roll.
Okay, just roll. There are 6 hits.
So what is your strength?
Well, the Plague Bearer has a strength of 4.
So the 4 plus will be enough. 4 is -1 and I've got no armor or just flak armor.
So he's 5 as well. Okay, the first is dead. Okay, the next close combat. Again, 2 dice, so 4. Okay, repeat the 6, please. Okay. Please deduct -1 for your combat score.
No, I've got 3 plus 5 is 8, -1 is 7.
Okay, I have 10 again.
Okay.
So 3 hits, okay, he's dead as well. Then the third Plague Bearer. Oh, that's good. 6 again, please. Okay, I've got 12.
I've got 5.
So it means 7 hits in total.
So he's dead. Ah.
Yeah, okay. And the last close combat? Repeat the 5, please.
And I think short of 2 6s.
Okay, I've got 10.
I've got only 4.
Okay, that means 6.
No, it's 4 plus 3, 7 minus 1 is 6.
6, okay, that means 4 hits with the Plague Sword. And he's dead as well. Okay, I will do my follow-up moves, and that's my last round, and I have to hope that at the end maybe more Death God models remain near.
Okay, that's the end of the movement phase of my last round, the last round. They charged, although they don't have a real chance of getting at least to see the enemy. He just advanced in order to be able to shoot at the Terminators. They advanced, but I think they're out of range with the bolt pistols. They just moved. All of them will shoot all of kind of war gear, although the strength 3 Gretchen auto pistols or auto guns or stuff won't do much harm. They remained in hand-to-hand combat, of course, and they remained where they were in order to be able to shoot at all of the troops. I can ignore these because they are in close combat, so I shoot them at these 2 or 3 models. Okay. My war buggy spent the last turn accelerating in order to get within 3 inches of the webway portal, and therefore touched 2 of them, so you have a hit and run situation force. Let's do the first Terminator first. 3, and it's a 4 for me. So you should be higher. You've got weapon skill 5.
But what have you for weapon skill?
I've got only weapon skill. If it's a normal orc, I've got only weapon skill 4.
But
you've got the higher initiative.
But you count as charging. So we have the same result, and you have the high initiative because on a bike.
Okay.
So you have 1 hit for the first Terminator.
Won't help much against Terminator armor. Strength 3 or 4
toughness
maybe
5
with a bolt pistol. Yep.
Yeah. And the Terminator armor saved. Okay, then the second hit and run attack.
Just a single dice. 1 for you, 1 for me.
Okay, this time I've got a combat score of 9. You've got 8, so I have 1.
Yeah, 1 hit.
1 hit with Mr. Chain Axe. No, I think it's 2 plus to wound. No,
okay.
It failed to wound. Okay, that was the hit and run attack. And now on to the shooting phase.
On to the shooting, yeah. Let's start with these. Just right, but I'm sure they're out of... Yeah. Bolt pistols are 16. No. So, I've got the Dreadnought onto the Terminators. Let's do the Heavy Bolter first. On a 3. No. The Less Cannon on a 3. Yep. Strength Toughness 2 plus. Yep. Minus 6. No, one of them is dead. And the Missile Launcher 5. Strength Toughness. Yep.
Oh, saved.
That's well done, sir.
Okay.
So then we've got...
What do they have for weapon
1,
stick
2,
directions?
3, 4, 5. This one faces direction 6. Let's say 6 plus the Runted. Shooting
remaining
towards
Terminator.
the rim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they've got auto pistols.
Okay, to hit.
They've got a ballistic skill. It's not a good one. They've got a ballistic skill of 3, so they'll hit on a 4 plus. I don't think they'll get a +1 because the
distance is too
8 inches.
large. Okay. So 4 plus to hit with the auto pistols. Okay, strength 3 versus toughness 5 is 6 plus to wound. No.
No, none of them.
Okay.
And my Runted, the Runted has got, no, it's only got a bolt pistol. This is skill 4.
3 plus to hit.
No.
Yes.
Strength toughness 5 plus.
Yes.
-1. No. Or
No, save just
Okay,
-1,
yeah.
4 plus. Yeah. That was close.
So, on we go.
The other questions?
We've got 1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions.
7 Gretchen onto the normal power armor guys.
The Plague Marines, okay.
7. 7 over 4 plus.
Mm-hmm. 4 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, strength toughness. 3 versus 5, 6 plus to wound.
1.
Okay.
Some
1 armor save. Yeah,
Okay.
saved.
1
Okay,
for
that's
sure.
the question. You have your army commander
Now
left.
I've got your army commander. No, it's only got a bolt pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a problem. 2 plus. Yep. Strength toughness 5 plus. No.
No. Okay.
And my
Standard bearer.
little standard bearer. It's another bolt pistol, but its skill 4 is 3 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Strength toughness 5 plus. No. And we've got the guy
The pain boy.
with the scissors. He's got a bolt pistol and a plasma
He can
pistol. and a
throw his
chainsaw.
scissors. Ah.
So yeah, let's do the plasma pistol. I think.
Okay.
I might
To
even
hit.
be within. Let's roll.
Once again.
Let's re-roll. Yeah. And the plasma pistol. I
Maybe
think
1 sustained fire die.
2.
So 2 hits.
2 hits. Strength 6 versus
Toughness 5.
3 plus. 2 of them.
Okay. 2 armor saves.
Yeah. So, and my little plasma pistol has got -2.
-2. Okay, so I failed the armor save.
Yeah.
So did you shoot on one guy or?
2 different ones.
Okay, there are 2 dead.
1 small one is dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 dead Plague Marines. Okay. And I think the last shooting will be the custom combi weapons.
And I've got 3 custom combi weapons left. Yeah.
To shoot with Plague Bearer first.
It's a little different because this time I think they can ignore the plate bearers because they're in close combat.
No, but not this
So
one.
I use Okay, so let's use these 2 onto this one and the other one onto the squad.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 rolls for the distance, for the range, 10
1
is
will
out of
hit.
range, 1, and strength will be 8.
Ooh, that's a lot. No,
So
that's
I
2
think
plus.
he's dead.
Wound? No.
And the
The
other
last
one,
Yes, I shoot as well. Oh no, distance only 1. Okay.
distance insufficient.
No, that was
Okay.
miserable shooting.
Ah. So that's the shooting, but we've got our war buggy left. I should both
But he can't
weapons.
shoot.
Uh,
But he can't shoot anymore because of the hand-to-hand combat.
okay,
If the vehicle performs hand-to-hand combat, he can't shoot in the shooting phase anymore.
okay.
Because he has used the time to slash onto the opponent.
Because I thought that the heavy plasma gun was recharged,
No.
but now it's okay. Yep. And
Then we have the close combat.
so this one.
They were follow-up moves, so neither count as charging.
I've got 6 and 1.
Okay,
and
the 6 once again. Okay, I have 6 plus 5 is 11. 12.
got 5 plus 3 or.
Okay, 4 times. Yeah, he's dead. They're quite capable in close combat, those Plague Bearers. I never played them before.
Yeah.
But okay, the next one.
I've got 5 and 2.
Repeat the 5. Okay,
No.
I've got 10,
Yeah.
11. Okay, and the last one. I have 4 plus 5 is combat score of 9.
It's 5 plus 6.
Maybe it is 6 once again. I've got 9.
I've got 8, but I think I'll have to deduct 1 because of the gloves.
Okay, then.
So
2
it's
hits
7.
with the plague sword. Oh, double 1.
Okay, this one remains.
Nothing happens. Okay.
And then I think it's over. I think you've got your army commander and my bike maybe at the edge, but I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your, even the dismounted one,
Yeah.
4 regular ones plus the dismounted one are within 3 inches of the bubble of the next webway portal, and therefore, Alex, you've won. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. But I think it was really close. I think one more turn left and your bike and your dreadnought would have killed almost all remaining Death Guard.
Yeah, I think
maybe the army commander is a tough one.
The
but
dreadnought being alive, it should have annihilated the Terminator over there, and the others might have succeeded in at least killing.
And maybe your army commander could have charged into the close combat.
But it's another painted army into the semi-finals. So I'm really looking forward to the next hurrah and planet. But we've got one game left. Match, which will be
the Forces of Tzeentch versus Necrons. It's really hard to...
The Necrons were really underestimated because we've never played them before. There was a single test game versus the Tyranids, where the Tyranids won, nearly won, but as they tend to survive, to get revived, to stand up again, it's really difficult to say who might win.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our next battle, and bye-bye.